Well, a huge victory for DFS Guam as Superior Court Judge Arthur Barcinas issued several rulings in their favor regarding the DFS Lotte Airport dispute. One of those rulings involves voiding the $154 million contract that Lotte has held since 2013. Judge Arthur Barcinas ruled on a series of long-standing disputes that involve a 2013 concession contract that was awarded to Lotte Duty Free by the A.B. Wonpat International Airport. It stems from a number of allegations, the most notable of which comes from DFS, that Lotte bribed airport officials with gifts and hotel stays. DFS also alleged improper handling of the procurement and violation of the procurement regulations when the airport authority proceeded in awarding the contract to Lotte Duty Free. The procurement contract was protested by DFS Guam, which previously held the concession contract for 3 decades. DFS took Lotte and the airport to court, which Judge Barcinas agrees should have halted the awarding of the lucrative contract to Lotte Duty Free. Judge Barcinas also noted that DFS's protests filed with the airport and the Office of Public Accountability beforehand had the same effect of staying the procurement. Nonetheless, the airport proceeded in awarding the contract to Lotte and not only kicking DFS out to allow Lotte in, but even seizing millions of dollars from DFS for back rent. That particular case went to an arbitration panel who ruled in DFS's favor after DFS argued that the airport authority was retaliating against DFS for taking them to court over the Lotte dispute. Judge Barcinas ruled on 4 motions, 3 of which were filed by the airport seeking summary judgment of DFS's 3 protests. The 4th ruling was on DFS's motion for summary judgment or partial summary judgment. Judge Barcinas denied all of the airport's motions for summary judgment, noting that DFS's protests were all timely filed and that DFS did have standing and therefore the judge had jurisdiction to hear the cases. But it's the 4th ruling, the one filed by DFS, that stunned many. Judge Barcinas granted DFS's motion and voided Lotte Duty Free's contract with the airport. And he also said if the airport, quote, wishes to issue another procurement for a duty-free concession operator, end quote, they must do so in complete compliance with the procurement code and the AAIA's enabling statute, end quote. So what does this mean for Lotte Duty Free, which has operated inside the airport for the last 4.5 years? Will they have to leave? No, at least not yet. Judge Barcinas acknowledged that kicking out Lotte could be harmful to the public, so he is allowing Lotte to continue to operate its retail spaces until the airport can, quote, procure a new duty-free concession operator, end quote. In a release, DFS legal counsel Maurice Saw said, quote, we are very pleased that the Guam Superior Court has found that GIAA violated the Guam procurement law in wrongfully awarding the duty-free concession contract to Lotte. Although this is a significant step in the right direction, DFS looks forward to continuing to press its claims against both the airport and Lotte to seek redress for its misconduct and the considerable damage done to both DFS and Guam. We are confident in the rule of law in Guam, which was clearly vindicated by these decisions. This is a case about speaking truth to power, and the people of Guam are the true winners today, end quote. You can read DFS's full release online at pacificnewscenter.com. The airport authority also issued a statement saying they strongly disagree with Judge Barcinas' decision, saying the procurement was an open, transparent, and fair process, especially for DFS Guam. The airport authority said Lotte's contract is the most advantageous agreement they've ever had. Their legal counsel, Genevieve Rapadas, added that they will be seeking an appeal with the Supreme Court and that the airport is surprised that Judge Barcinas, quote, chose to accept DFS's excuses for not following the rules for protests in the Guam procurement law, end quote.